Smash that like button, y'all. It's time to rock and roll. Grown folks music, you heard me? It's like, smash that.
Anyone has any objections, speak up now or forever hold your peace.
Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Yo, shout it out to everybody in the building. Shout it out to everybody in the building. Shout it out to everybody that's going to pull up. My fault, y'all. The power jump. My fault. The power jump. We got gold. Let me somebody hit me with the dice cubes and let me know that y'all hear me crystal clear. We had some rain down here. You know the power jump for 1 second, jumped off and hit back on. It was a glitch. You dig what I'm saying? Dog, let me know if you hear me crystal clear. Yo, I see y'all hear me. I see y'all hear me crystal clear. We got Mount Vernon in the building. FTC Vice is in the building. Mount Vernon Rays is in the building. I said that twice. That's the lemon cherry. We got Dog Soldier. We got City Bama in the building. We got my man KD the Kid up in the building. We got the great Polo the God, Polo the Bears in the building. We got Gold Brown in the building. Yo, Gold Brown, hold up, baby. I got to hit you right quick. We got to retract that statement. We got to retract that statement, baby. We got to retract that statement. There's a dude on here named Top Shots, baby, and he take back shots, baby. Oh, no. Don DeMarco. We got Red Pill in the building. Y'all seen The Matrix. Red pill is reality. That blue pill is some bullshit. Bullshit. Shout out to everybody in the building. You know I got that low on as usual. I got that low on. I'm coordinating. You dig? Shout out to Gold Brown in the building. He don't know y'all. He ain't a YouTuber. But that name Top, we don't do that. That's that nigga with that he got a new attitude. See, that man might have on a thong suit right now, baby. He might be standing outside on his roof with a thong suit and some heels on right now, baby. The bucket hat is on, baby. It's Friday night. 2 L's up. It's Friday night, y'all. 2 L's up. D-Sep for life. Utica Avenue mobster. Born and raised. Grew up saying fuck the 77 precinct. If you know, you know. FTC Vice, tell them we can't say the man their name Buckshot to Blood Clot, a.k.a. Fleece Johnson. A.k.a. Fleece Johnson. We don't deal with no Fleece Blood Clot Johnsons, them. They say time heals. Don't go to your life without me, cause you might still. And I don't want to go and make me angry. The bucket hat is on. You see what my man said? The bucket hat is on. Move accordingly. I'm shooting. I'm in a great mood today. I got a phone call a day earlier. For some great people down here. Great big company, you know what I'm saying? I tried to get at them a little while earlier, but you know, I ain't gonna front y'all. Big Dice about to go back to work. I'm about to go back to work. See that? Big Dice is going back to work. I tried to fuck with a company. And then I went and got a job, y'all. I worked for like 2 nights. I got the fuck out of there. Them niggas wasn't acting accordingly. They wasn't acting accordingly. I gave them niggas 2 nights and I said, they said time heals. Fuck all that bullshit. I'm Sharon McLeod, son. I have some importance and some intelligence to contribute to a motherfucking company, whether it's minor or major. But look how God works. Alhamdulillah. I missed a phone call the other day, and then I happened to listen to the voice message. The voice message said, hey, sissy, call us back, sissy. We got some real smooth lined up for you, baby. So you know me, I called him back to see what's going on. Womp, womp, womp. It was like, yo, this is what we got for you. This is the description. And down here, there's first shift, there's second shift, and then there's third shift. That third shift is Dawn DeMarco. That's that shit from like 10:45, 11 o'clock at night to 8 in the morning. Dawn DeMarco, that shit will have you in there like you on that goddamn booger sugar on that Ron O'Neal, baby. That second shift, that's like 4:45, 5 o'clock to 11:45, 12, maybe 1 o'clock the latest. But look how Allah worked. The lady say, check this out. What would you prefer, Mr. McLeod? I said, well, you know me being me, who I am of that vintage age. You know, I'm 51. I ain't no youngin' no more. Them young boys like that night shift shit. You know, them little niggas, them gang members, them niggas run around be popping and cripping and all that. They said, what's happening and all that at night? But I said, preferably, I'd like to fuck with the senior citizens. I'm 51 years old. I do get the McDonald's senior citizen coffee if I want it. They do have some quote unquote advantages for hitting the big 5-0. I am an AARP, American Association of the Retired People card holder. You dig? This is facts. FTC laughing at me. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I get discounts off of Sunoco, certain gas stations, luxurious hotels, Avis, budget rental cars. I'm telling you, to all you young boys that's laughing, talking about, oh, that nigga 50 years plus. Let me see you get to 50. Let me see you get to my age. I done been 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and so on and so forth. Y'all ain't never been 51, baby. And you ain't never seen 50. Well, you might have, but you might not have seen it like this. 51 looking real good right now. Could you dig it? 51 is the new, 50 is the new 30, nigga. Remember when Jay-Z said 30 is the new 20? I beg to differ. 50 is the new 30 because I don't feel a day over 27. I don't feel a day over 27. Maybe 27 plus 10. I don't feel a day over 37. Don DeMarco. We have to get these type. Yo, dog, you ain't going to have to send for nothing, dog. Your 50th birthday, that shit will be in the mail. Them niggas sent that shit to me like a birthday present. You heard me? Sent it to me like a birthday present. Oh, we got Miss Honor FAY in the building. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Appreciate you for pulling up. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you decided to come chill with myself. My name is Big Dice, and now you're in the company of Team Guardian / the Continental / the content sector / Yardians. You know, grown folks business over here. Tell a friend and tell a friend. This is where the grown-ups hang out. And shout out to China Brim and his lovely lady, Mrs. Miyagi. Holy smokes, Batman. Yo, FTC, make sure you go put Miss Miyagi. I forgot FTC know how to put everybody links up in here. Yo, FTC, make sure you put Miss Miyagi up in here. 050. Make sure you put them shits up. Big Thomas, I see you in the building, beloved. You heard he said, Dice, you doing great, man, for 51. This 49-year-old still firing live ammo, about to have my first child from my 36-year-old fiance. Look how God worked. Congratulations. Look how God worked. Don DeMarco. Look how God worked. Tell you, I got that phone call today. I said, hold up. Because I got the phone call the other day, but you know, I don't really be stressing shit. I said, I missed the shit, so I wasn't supposed to be there. But something told me, yo, call the people back, Dice. Stop being so motherfucking stubborn. Me and FTC Vice was having a conversation. The streets don't love us no more, y'all. Educational purposes only, man. The streets, matter of fact, if I can't tell you, if you can't hear it from me, let me let somebody tell you how they feel about the streets. You ready for it?
The streets ain't never loved me. The streets ain't never loved me, yeah. The streets ain't never loved me, yeah.
The streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my phone they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger side when they tried to phone me.
Yeah, you know the streets ain't never love us.
Yeah. GD. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me.
Laying up in the hospital bed in ICU. Hit that button like every 3 hours to get those blues, yeah. Laying in the test of pain, I know shit won't be the same. Sipping my stomach, shit don't stop a thing, I'm still a man, yeah. But who gon' be there when you doing time? Can't get no money, so they dropping down, these niggas bitter. And I hope they get the picture. I'm only getting bigger. The top cat out my litter, yeah. Tell you they love you, but they hate you on the low. They hold you back, how they expect for you to grow. I got locked up, ain't said me nothing, but I'm your nigga. My body numb, I got no feelings for you niggas. I'm from where niggas will shoot you right here in these hallways. If you got trust in that, loyalty goes a long way. These size 11s, these pussies can't walk a mile in. They hit my cousin with life and he's still smiling. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me. The streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my foreign they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger seat when they tried to fold me. Remind me of my gun, that was real shit, this real spit. Rocks I was selling was smacking them, call it Will Smith. I ain't never told and never folded under pressure. Yeah, them Neek was in that ambulance with me, he was on that stretcher. Niggas tried to take my life, I couldn't tell you who. Many men might not make it, I'm here to tell the truth. Me and Jop, that's my brother, you know we moving tight. Brown boys fuck with the family and I'ma get them that. This my testimony, solid, all the rest is phony. Merrick niggas come at the fam and send your best opponent. I was stabbed, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. I know the streets ain't never loved me. He was shot, he was left with a zipper on his stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved us. Gang, Merrick shit. It's how we music, nigga. Go.
Make sure y'all get over there and get that General DZ and that Jaffe, the golden era. Shout out to China Brim. 050 The Movement is in the building. Yo, China, Allah has blessed you. I'm so happy for you, bro. I'm dead ass serious. I see why your ass didn't calm down. When I told y'all just now, FTC, to make sure y'all put in 050 and put in Miss Miyagi. China, you got the wrench. You know how to do that shit. Let me tell y'all something. This for the women. I ain't talking to you females. I ain't even going. But then again, I'm talking to the females too. Let me stop doing that. To the females, the loud ones, the ones that always want to be cursing, always want to SMD and all that other stupid, goofy shit. Get your ass over there to Miss Miyagi. Damn, she in the building too. Shout out to Miss Miyagi. I got to put a gun in her hand too. Make sure you get yourself over there to Miss Miyagi. No, I messed up. No, I messed up. I messed up. No, I messed up. I'm sorry. I hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button. I'm bugging the fuck out. Let me get her right. Got to put a gun in her hand. There she go. Yo, Auto, I see you in the building. Miss Miyagi is in the building, y'all. She got a gun in her hand now. Let me tell y'all something. Excuse my language, Miss Miyagi. Well, then again, you with China, so you know we crazy. We from Brooklyn. I don't suck cock. I don't kiss ass. And it's not too many. That's fucked up. I got to say this. It's not too many people I really fuck with on YouTube, y'all. The shit is goofy. The shit is disrespectful. I come from a different family. You know what I'm saying? And I come from the worst of the worst. But one thing I do know is the difference between a female and a woman. I did it earlier this week. What's the difference between a female and a woman? It's a big difference. Just because you have a vagina does not mean you're a woman. Just like the dudes. Just because you got a penis, my nigga, do not mean you're a man. Shout out to 050 The Movement. Shout out to Miss Miyagi. I'm proud of both of y'all. You complete my man. He ain't angry. He not aggravated no more. He not beefing. He got a different look in his, he got a different glow on his face. And I appreciate you from that. And that's from your bro to you, sis. Keep loving that man. He crazy. We can't help it. We from Brooklyn. We can't help that shit. But let me tell you something. Keep loving on my man, y'all. Keep loving on him. Please do that for me. Because they want him to crash out. They want him to crash out. Everybody want China to punch somebody in the fucking face or slap him in the mouth or throw him off a goddamn roof. Nah, you keep his ass calm because he done said he's scared of you. And that's a good scare. Word up. And for the females and the women, shout out to the Russian princess over there, ladies at iTalk. Yo, get over to Miss Miyagi, y'all. She giving out game, y'all. She giving out straight game. She'll help me with some shit because I'm a piece of shit at times. I'm not gonna lie. I learned some game from her tonight, and it wasn't even game. It was just promotional instruction if you want to be happy with somebody. Great communication, she said. There's nothing wrong with surprising your lady. You don't need a bunch of money to motherfucking make your woman smile. These are things that we need to hear. I'm telling y'all something. To the females, get over there. And to the fellas, get over there, man, and pay attention. Don't go over there with that goofy shit. Shout out to D-Time. He was over there. He been through some shit. He ready to go out of town and get a woman. I don't know what my man been through, but he been through some shit. But I'm going to tell y'all some real shit. Auto, I see you in the building. I got a great one for y'all tonight. I got a great show for y'all tonight. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. Y'all could have been anywhere else in the world, but y'all decided to come and chill with me. You dig what I'm saying? But it's some real, we've been bamboozled. We've been bamboozled. Yo, first thing I want y'all to do is stay away from them Diddy bites. Stay away from them Diddy bites. They everywhere. Risk Freedom, where you been, bro? I'm about to time your ass out for 10 seconds, man. Where your ass been, man? You get 10 seconds for that. You know how we feel over here. Where you been at, man? Let me get 10 seconds for that, brother. Let me get 10 seconds for that, man. Shout out to my man, Risk Freedom. But everybody, stay away from them little Diddy boy bites. They everywhere. They will kill you. They will kill you. They look like little Debbies, but they ain't little Debbies. I'm telling you, they ain't little Debbies. They little ditties and they boy bites. You dig what I'm saying? Quote unquote. But we've been bamboozled, y'all. Let me ask y'all something. Can anybody in here tell me who Mr. Eric Monte is? Does anybody know who this man is? Do anybody know who Mr. Eric Monte is? Eric Monte, ERICMONTE. I wish my man Super was in here. I give him 10 seconds. Does anybody in here know who Mr. Eric Monte is? Grown folks conversation, y'all. Roll up something, get yourself some wine. You know, whatever you into, as long as you don't hurt nobody. You know, I only fuck with the bud. DMW shots. I appreciate you for pulling up. Nah, Miss Miyagi, I appreciate you. All jokes aside, like, I don't fuck with people. China tell you, I'm a stubborn piece of shit. I do not fuck with people. I know China, everybody in China family. I don't fuck with people, especially on this YouTube shit. This shit is weird. I appreciate you for coming to YouTube because unfortunately, man, we can't, it's only a couple of people that we can really go to that's like women channel. Like, you ain't gonna have a bunch of people up. Yo, that shit is just keep doing what you're doing over there. Your vibe is and your presence is needed on YouTube. If you can calm my man down, damn, you might be able to just change the motherfucking game when it comes to some of the people on YouTube, men and women, because it's a lot of people up here with pain, simple pain. Like I tell people, egos are created because of insecurities and fears. I know this. I started putting the law first. Miss Miyagi, China and tell you, Dice always on that goddamn good brother Muslim shit. Fuck all that bullshit. But he also told me, you found your lane, Dice. Do what you got to do, man. China told me this from day one. I didn't want to listen because I'm older than China. He was like, yo, slow down before you be content. Man, I don't give a fuck about that bullshit, nigga. He said, all right, homie. You think you slick, don't you? He said, YouTube streets is going to beat your face in, nigga. You think you slick, right? You think you exempt, right? He told me about having the wrong people on my platform. Didn't listen. He told me they was going to come at me like a sucker. Didn't listen. You know, I'm older than China. You know, I was outside a couple of years before China. Fuck that. Listen to me. Nah, when it comes to this YouTube shit, shout out to China and shout out to Zeke Black, man. Them two right there, if you got them in your corner, if you don't pay attention, it's on you. But if you got China and Zeke Black giving you some motherfucking advice on YouTube, it's up to you to listen to it. Shout out to the machine behind everything, Platinum Shine. Shout out to the Dick Dad Stunt Double, my man Harlem Legend. Shout out to Jai's TV. Shout out to the whole 050. If you official 050 members, like if you official on some 050 shit, GMAC 914, yeah, you clown. You dig what I'm saying? Ron BX. Like if you official 050 members, yo, I salute y'all. Real rap. Because it's too much fraudulent shit. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It's too much fraudulent shit. But I'm gonna ask y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all about this man right here. When I was asking y'all about the man, this is the man right here. This is who I was talking y'all about. Mr. Eric Monte. That's his name right there. The first black man right there. His name is Mr. Eric Monte. And this man right here next to him name is Mr. Norman Lear. Yo, Cutthroat, I see you in the building. That's a fact. My man Otto know how to drop them links. Yo, Otto, get busy, man. Drop your links and everybody else, too. This is Mr. Eric Monte versus Mr. Norman Lear. Come on, somebody in here, man. So I'm going to start giving out 10 seconds. You know I'll do it. You know I'll do it. Somebody in here tell me who Mr. Eric Monte is. Please. Please tell me who Mr. Eric Monte is, y'all. You know I've been smoking. What's wrong with his grill? My man Dog said, yo, what's wrong with his grill? He said, yo, you know what? Yo, Chief, look at my man. Yo, Chief. Yo, Chief. That's why I fuck with you, Chief. How the fuck y'all let the Chief come in here and tell me, yo, Chief. Yo, Chief, let's go, Chief. Let's go, Chief. My man Chief said that's the Good Times TV show creator. See that? 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 Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Y'all know, hold on. I get sentimental about certain shit. I get sentimental about certain shit because they make it seem like YouTube is just a bunch of ignorance. I get real sentimental. Shout out to my man Chief, y'all. Shout out to my man Chief. You heard what he just said? The Good Times TV show creator. Miss Anna Faye said, the names ring a bell. Please tell. Oh, you a rapper. Let me find out you be rhyming. What's that, your rap name? Ofe? We got Ofe in the building. Yo, Kevin Jones, Baby Grizz, I see you in the building. He wrote Good Times and he broke. My man said, Big Auto called him Dynamite Mouth. But the sad part about this is, y'all, it's fucked up that that man is looking like that, because I'm about to take y'all through memory lane. Let me show y'all some deep shit. He didn't also write Good Times. Y'all ready for this? He also wrote this movie right here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's time to work. It's time to work, y'all. He also wrote Coolie High. Baby Grizz is exactly right. He's exactly right. He also is responsible. We're going to get to that work. The man wrote Coolie High. The same man you see right here with the Donald Goines teeth, looking like he just came from Lincoln and Troy getting a ball. He wrote and produced all the characters of this show right here, this great movie called Coolie High with Cold Cheeks. Everybody know how we felt when Cold Cheeks got killed. Everybody know how we felt. It's so hard to say goodbye to what we had. All the good times we... Come on, don't get me to singing up here. I'll fuck around and have y'all fucking crying. I have y'all crying. For real. And made us sad, always, forever. Oh, I've often prayed and mean tomorrow. Y'all don't know nothing about that song, man. I'll fuck around and take you niggas back. And feel your sunshine, have the rain, yeah. Pardon me, y'all. That's the lemon cherry. That's that lemon cherry. That's that lemon cherry gumbo. Make you feel like Dumbo. But he didn't also write Coolie High. He also made this spinoff called What's Happening. If you pay attention, Raj and his moms. If you pay attention, Roger and his mother is who he made the TV show and came up with the idea of after he wrote Coolie High. After he wrote Coolie High. So how is this man broke? But I got some more for you. You ready for this? Is you ready for this? Y'all ready for this? I don't even think y'all ready for this. He wrote Good Times too. He's responsible for Good Times, nigga. Just looking out of the window, watching the asphalt grow. Yo, I never knew asphalt mean garbage. When I was younger, I never knew that asphalt meant garbage. He said, looking out of the window, watching the asphalt grow. Thinking how it all looked better now. Hey, yeah. Y'all don't know nothing about that. You see what Gold Brown said? The great Mabel King, man. May she rest in peace. Otto said in my Florida Evans voice, damn, damn, damn. Dog said, yo, this is still crazy. I'm wondering, what's up with his dentist, man? I'm going to tell you the story. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what happened. I'm going to show you what happened. Damn, Freedom said, yo, what the fuck happened to him, guys? But pay attention. It's much, much more. It's much, much more. This man was so talented, y'all. This man was so talented, y'all. He was so talented because he had the knack of creating characters of our ethnicity that was very impactful to the world. Come on, man. Half of us grew up with James as our father. James and Uncle Phil. That's the first role models. James, Uncle Phil, and Bill Cosby from The Cosby Show. All that 8 is enough bullshit. I couldn't relate to that sucker shit. But when it came to James from Good Times, Uncle Phil, and Bill Cosby, y'all know that's damn near who raised us when it came to our aspects of looking up as men. But there's another great TV show that needed his help. And it was called All in the Family. It was called All in the Family. Anybody familiar with this? Archie Bunker. All in the Family, Archie Bunker. Edith Bunker. Boy, the white Glenn Miller played. Songs that made the parade. Guys like us, we had it made. Those were the days. And you knew who you were then. Girls were girls and men were men. Maybe you can use a man like Franklin Hoover again. Didn't need no welfare stakes. Everybody held their rates. Jehola Sour Gray. Those were the days. You see what Kevin said? Archie racist ass. That's why, quote unquote, my grandfather loved that show, because he said Archie Bunker, at least he proved who he was, y'all. He didn't try to hide behind anything. He said straight up and down, I don't give a fuck about none of that sucker shit. But look what they had to do. They had to get this man, Mr. Eric Monte, because the TV show, this TV show was so popping. It was so popping. You dig what I'm saying? But they said they needed a little bit of color. Now check this out. This is the extra picture they did after like season 4. You notice they got an afro in the picture this time, huh? Grizz said, you remember Mel's Diner? That's a fact. Kiss my grits. That's what she used to say. Alice, that's a fact. Alice. That was the name of it, Alice. But if you notice right here, they needed Mr. Eric Monte to put a little color into it, because the interracial scene that was going on in Hollywood, it seemed like it was for the better to have some color in there. You dig what I'm saying? So if you notice that young man up there, that's Lionel. That's Lionel Jefferson. George Jefferson's son. See, Mr. Eric Monte wrote this man right here, Sherman Hemsley. He wrote him into the show, y'all. He wrote him into the show. He wrote him into the show. This man right here, George Jefferson, was the father of this young man right here. But guess who his wife was? Because when he wrote George Jefferson into the show became so impactful because the straight up racist bigot, check this out, talking to a racist bigot that was black. Ain't that something? You got a racist bigot that's white, Mr. Archie Bunker. He didn't give a fuck about none of that shit. And then you had a racist bigot that was black. But you see, this shit started popping so much in Archie Bunker because of Mr. Eric Monte. They wrote off and did a spinoff to this show right here that we all know called The Jeffersons. That's a cold-blooded fact. Mr. Eric Monte is responsible for all this shit, y'all. You see it right there, The Jeffersons. To a deluxe department in the sky. Greens don't burn in the kitchen. Y'all already know what it took a toll on the guy in just to get up that hill. Now we all in the bin league, giving our works to bets. You dig what I'm saying? But all of y'all got to pay attention to this. Let's stay with me now. This man right here, Mr. Eric Monte, is who is responsible for writing the color into it. But see, I got something to talk to y'all about. The man that's in the other side of the picture, if you notice, this says Eric Monte versus Norman Lear. Versus Norman Lear. This is one of the biggest lawsuits ever because Mr. Norman Lear felt as though that he didn't want him to get none of that bread. After this little commercial break, I'm going to get into this story because it's deep. Smash that like button and share this live. Let's go.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? It's knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?
Yes, this man right here with the Donald Goins teeth is responsible for writing Good Times. He's responsible for Cooley High. He's responsible for the spinoff What's Happening. And that's the main question y'all asking right now. What happened to him? Well, I'm going to show y'all what happened to him. This shit is sad. Let me show y'all what happened to him, man. Hear what his daughter and his granddaughter got to say about this shit. This shit is crazy.
This show is edgier and
yeah, sometimes it be the chronic, y'all. Forgive me. It be the chronic. Forgive me. Please do not kill me for the lemon cherry.
taking a man's livelihood is akin to killing.
Do not kill me. Let's get into this work. Fair YouTube usage. We ready to go.
Dave Chappelle once said, taking a man's livelihood is akin to killing him. If you strip away a person's ability to earn a living, eventually they will fall. In 1977, television writer Eric Monte filed a lawsuit that accused networks ABC, CBS, as well as producers Norman Lear, Bud Yorkin, and others of stealing his ideas for the sitcoms Good Times, The Jeffersons, and What's Happening. When Monte was hired as a writer for All in the Family, he created the character of George Jefferson, which of course would famously lead to its own spin-off series, The Jeffersons. That sitcom ran for 11 seasons and aired over 250 episodes, and Monte didn't receive any compensation for creating the iconic character.
You heard that? Ran for over 11 seasons. Good Times, The Jeffersons ran for over 11 seasons. Eric Monte created the character, didn't receive a dime, y'all. Let's get into this. This is a heartbreaking story.
That will make a mark in TV history. According to Monte, it was his idea for Red Fox to be the cast as a lead in Sanford and Son. Norman Lear had never heard of the nightclub comedian. It was clear that Monte's work on Norman Lear Productions went far past writing a few episodes. His influence on some of the most popular sitcoms of the 1970s cannot be ignored. Good Times was co-created by Eric Monte and Mike Evans, but because the two men aren't listed as producers on the project they created, which is now the norm, they've been shut out from receiving residuals, as the families of Norman Lear's and Bud Yorkin continue to profit. This continues today as Netflix prepares to release an animated reboot of Good Times, which once again...
Now, do you see that right there? I've been looking at this right now. They have an animated version right now. Right now, Good Times.
Families of Norman Lear's and Bud Yorkin continue to profit.
Right there. This is the animated version right now, y'all, that's on Netflix. And I'm going to keep it funky with y'all on some real grown folk stuff. I am totally disgusted. if you have a Fire Stick and you have Netflix, I'm telling you right now, this is not a cartoon for children. This is one of the most disrespectful depictions of Black people that I have ever seen on television. This right here is worse than Bebe's Kids. I'm going to keep it funky with you. Miss Miyagi said, I'm going to check it out. I saw it on Netflix. Listen to what I'm saying to you, Miss Miyagi. When you go see this shit, it's going to disgust you. I watched 3 episodes of it. I think I'm just going to go ahead and watch the rest of it. It's like 10 episodes. I watched 3 episodes. Number 1, it's disgusting. The shit is disgusting. You see what Mount Vernon said? Yo, the shit is, shots. The shit is disgusting. Number 1, this scene right here is when he was taking his son to the pool hall to show his son how to hustle. Then there's the scene where his little sister has her period. Check this out, y'all. It starts off with the little girl jump up in the bed. They have blood coming from between her legs all on the bed. And then her mother is supposed to be this ghetto chick. And she says, well, the excuse for her having a period when she go to school is to tell her friends that she got shot again. Yo, when I'm telling y'all, I was so disgusted. I only seen 3 episodes, y'all. And I was so hyped because it came out last Friday. And you know, I got Fire Stick, so I got it early. I said, yo, I want to watch this shit. The humor is so hideous and dark, it'll make you laugh. But then when you laugh at this shit, you be like, I don't even believe I just laughed at this shit because they depicting us as savages. They really depicting Black people as savages. They got him being a lazy, overweight man dying of obesity. They got his woman. They got her labeled as she wants Chanel bags, the Anita Baker / Halle Berry haircut, the tight jeans, lack of education, lack of articulation. The little sister, she's about to be the militant one. She's like a female version of Riley from the Boondocks. And the one that's supposed to be JJ, he is dumb as a goldfish out of water. He is dumb as a goldfish out of water. It just fucked up. It's just, and I'm Black. But let's get into this work. Pay attention to this, y'all. Listen to what happened with this great man right here.
This continues today as Netflix prepares to release an animated reboot of Good Times, which once again, the Lear estate will have involvement, but not the men who created the original stories and characters.
I wrote them. Where's my money? For Coolie had what's happening? Oh, who want more money? I was the first one. Where's my money?
From the start, Monte had problems getting Good Times on the air. Some of those problems stemmed from Norman Lear himself, which caused delays in production. One of those was Monte fighting for the Evans family to have an active father in the series. According to his daughter, Cynthia, Monte was told by Lear and other producers that the world isn't ready to see a Black father on television. During the early days, Monte insisted on the presence of a male figure in the Evans home. It wasn't until Esther Rolle, who played Florida Evans, joined Monte on his stance, which led to John Amos being cast as James Evans, the father of the family. After years of multiple strokes, Mr. Monte at 80 currently suffers from speech impediment, but with
This is why his teeth looks like that. He had multiple strokes, stress, depression, and unfortunately, he fell to the addiction of getting high. That's his daughter and his granddaughter right there holding him down. You notice he's saying, quote unquote, I need my money. Miss Darielle, I see you in the building. I see you, girl. Appreciate you for pulling up. You see that man said, first of all, I want my money for Coolie High. I want my money for Good Times. And I want my money for what's happening. He can't be that fucked up. I don't give a fuck what type of drugs he was on. That nigga said, I want my money. And they did him so wrong, y'all. They did him so wrong because you're going to see in a couple of minutes, he could have sued them for everything because the man right here, this man right here, this is so fucked up, y'all. This man right here, Mr. Norman Lear, he passed away. Wait till you hear what his net worth was when he passed away. And then they gave that man a punk ass $1 million because they got tired of him coming up there when he was younger. He was aggressive. He was very, yo, check this out. I wrote all this. I created all this. Him and Lionel created certain shows. They say, yo, check this out. Get a nigga $1 million, man. Because remember, this was back in the days. Give him $1 million and get him the fuck out of it. And his bills was fucked up. Who wouldn't take $1 million if they... Now, check this out. Somebody's going to write a disclosure. You ain't got 33 cents in your bank account. You got bills you backed up. Your woman done left. She calling you every now and then. You got a job yet, nigga? Oh, you ain't got no job yet? I'll call you back later. Mom on the phone. That's just reality. Because I'm going to tell you something that I've learned. In any relationship, when the money starts depreciating, problems are going to arise because the woman, if she's the breadwinner by herself, let me tell you some deep shit. She's no longer going to look at you and respect you as her man, especially if you're not doing nothing to get back on point. It ain't nothing wrong. Good women going to hold you down. That's a fact. But when you don't want to do nothing, she's going to start looking at you like a dependency, and now she's going to start looking at you as a child. And this is when the problem's going to arise. And the same thing can be vice versa, ladies. I ain't going to lie to you. Them niggas that be telling you, quote unquote, yo, I want to pay all the bills, they're lying. They are fucking lying. See, men, we don't have no problems paying all the bills because that's the infrastructure that we was raised with. We're supposed to be protectors, providers, strong, superheroes. But let me explain something to you. If I'm paying the cable, if I'm paying the light bill, if I'm paying the rent or the mortgage, God damn it, do you know how harder I would be if you told me, yo, babe, I paid the cable bill. Yo, babe, I paid the water bill. That shit right there, that'll get your man harder than Viagra, ladies. If your man is suffering from erectile dysfunction, tell him you paid the motherfucking light bill. Call your man and be like, yo, baby, I just paid the light bill. Listen to me. Listen to me. The shit worked better than Viagra. You paid what? Say something that you paid a bill. I paid the water bill. I paid the paper bill. Anything pertaining to a bill and you paid that shit, that is such an appreciation from a gangster's heart. A lot of us don't want to tell you the truth. It's not about the money. We start thinking sometimes y'all are trying to take advantage of us. And then we start thinking that little thing between y'all leg is manipulating us to the fact that we're not even thinking we're supposed to be in a team. Teamwork make the dream work. Let's get into this work, y'all. You are now rocking with the best. I'm Sharon McLeod's son. I don't know if y'all know that.
With the help of his family, was able to tell his story.
I always heard him tell this story. He was a little boy outside playing the Long Ranger with a little stick. And this white guy walks by and he said, who are you? He said, I'm the Long Ranger. And the white guy said, you can't be the Long Ranger. The Long Ranger. He was like, why? The Long Ranger is white. And he was like, So he went back and looked at TV and he noticed all his heroes did not look like him. And at that moment, a writer was born. He decided there and then, I'm going to create heroes to look like me. I want to see people that look like me on TV. And from there, Eric Monte, the writer and creator, was born.
I would for the first time meet Mr. Monte, joined by his daughter Cynthia and granddaughter Jasmine in Atlanta, as they would explain their battle to honor his legacy, Norman Lear stealing the idea for Good Times, and Mr. Monte himself for the first time broke silence on the passing of the man who infamously robbed him and his family. So is it true, Mr. Eric Monte, that he stole your idea as far as a good time?
Oh, yeah.
Monte revealed that lawyers would end up taking all of his money, which would leave him no choice but to accept a $1 million settlement, and that would end up being his final cut for the entire library of Good Times. We would confirm behind the scenes and on camera that Mr. Monte would even become homeless years later. When asked how much they think the series is worth, the family...
And y'all want to hear some funny shit before they tell y'all how much this shit is worth? The man is taking them to court for so long, the lawyers is bleeding them dry. See, let me tell you something. When you take somebody to court, they got a bunch of motherfucking money. You got to pay attention to something. They got a bunch of money, so they have lawyers on retainer fee. They have relationships built up with lawyers. So with a nigga with a bunch of money, it'd be like, yo, let's stretch this shit out to 3 or 4 years. If your money ain't ready to go to court for 3 or 4 years, sooner or later, you're going to settle You're going to settle out of court, especially if your money is starting to devalue and starting to depreciate. You start to look at your bank account and that lawyer want that motherfucking bread. You're going to be like, God damn. And then this is what they did to the OG. This is how they fucked them. Excuse my language, y'all. This is how they just put straight up dildo in his face. They said, yo, we tired of hearing your mouth, but we got $1 million for you. Do you know what $1 million sounds like to somebody? $1 million. $1 million ain't no motherfucking money. It can get you ahead. It can help you start off. But $1 million, if you don't have any income and you're just spending and spending and spending, that $1 million will be gone in 6 months. That $1 million will be gone in 6 months. My man Lenny, I never forget when his mother and father passed away. They left that man $1.3 million. That's a fact. This is 1989. This nigga walking around with Fox coats on, bought a girl that he only knew for about 2 weeks, a mink jacket. He buying stereos and all this bullshit. $1.2 million was gone 9 months later because that money, see, we didn't know that he had a problem. He was fucking with crack cocaine. That nigga was smoking Woolers. So when he got $1 million, let me explain something to you. What y'all think he started doing when he got that $1 million? He stopped smoking crack? No, that nigga smoked more crack. He smoked more crack. 9 months, that money was gone. His name is Liddy McKnight. Ask about him from Utica Avenue. One of the nicest people I ever met in my life. Shout out to the McKnight family. His family left him over $1, nigga, $1 million plus. This nigga was, and his heart was so good, he would pop up on us. Go in his pocket, pull out $200-300. Yo, take this. Go get you some sneakers. Take us to Simon's. We ain't asking. This was just genuinely who he was. Nah, fuck that. If I'm going shopping, we all going shopping. He putting us all in the cab. We going to Empire roller skating ring. He paying for 4 and 5 cabs back in the days. 15, 20 niggas. He paying for all of us. Nah, man. And when he went dead broke, what you think them people did? They got the fuck away from him, y'all. Let's get into this work.
Family had this to say.
I think that my father is worth millions. Normally took the credit for all of his works and was deemed that he produced, and he's the godfather.
And he would get credited and kind of like get more work.
And right now he sits on generational wealth, and he was able to continue to make other things. And my father, when he sued, he was blacklisted, and it was metaphorically cutting off his manhood, cutting off his ability to continue to create.
Upon his passing, it is reported that Lear's net worth was roughly over $210 million, close to $225 million to be exact. Both Cynthia and Jasmine would say that the family is full of writers, and blackballing Monte not only prevents him from receiving the benefits of his hard work, it also prevents the family from doing so too. If Monte wasn't blacklisted from the industry, he could have gone on to create even more projects for production companies. It's clear that Monte wasn't out of ideas. After Good Times premiered, Monte would go on to create What's Happening for ABC. Cynthia feels that Monte's removal from Hollywood robbed her family of generational wealth.
Without a doubt. Sure, we feel robbed. Like I said, he taught me watching it, and as I've grown older, about generational wealth. The opportunity for us to move in the field and create was stolen.
Cynthia would recall what her father went through after his lawsuit fight. Monte would end up using a portion of his settlement to fund a play. Unfortunately, it wasn't successful enough to turn a profit. As opportunities to write new scripts dried up, Monte soon found himself unemployed. Since that 1977 lawsuit, the only other scripts written by Monte and produced by Hollywood were a 1999 episode of The Wayans Brothers and a 2001 episode of Moesha. His daughter Cynthia even admits that for a long time, Monte was bitter of the outcome.
I was a child growing up during that time and watched him. He was hurt.
And you know what, y'all? This is something I got to give props out to. I got to give props to his daughter and his granddaughter. And that's a good-looking family. You know why I'm going to give props? Because this is the crazy part, y'all. Unfortunately, rest in peace to this beautiful woman right here, man. She get real bougie sometimes. She just told me to put her face up. I got to do it right quick. Y'all know how my mom's is. She was like, boy, you better tell them who I am. Rest in peace to this beautiful woman right here. Because I miss her so much. She used to get on my nerves, y'all. Let me tell you something. If I graduated, she bought me a dictionary. For my birthday, she bought me a dictionary. For Christmas, she bought me a dictionary. For the summer, she bought me a dictionary. Anytime she rewarded me with something that I wanted, she gave me a brand new dictionary on top of it because she knew I was going to get into the streets. She just didn't know when. And what she told me was, you're going to be judged on your articulation. She said, you're going to be ostracized because you're black and you're a man. She said, you know you're going to be big like daddy. She said, but if you control your emotions and your temper and you be able to articulate and talk to people and be comprehensive of certain things, they will judge you with so much more respect. And she got that. She got them game. She got that game from this beautiful couple right here, my grandmother and my grandfather, Mr. Fred McLeod Jr. and Mrs. Fred McLeod Jr. This is where I come from. I didn't have to be in the street. I just decided to be in the street. You dig what I'm saying? And if my mother and them would have never taught me about the importance of articulation, because I can get as gut as any motherfucking body. Everybody know. Decep for life. Y'all already know I'm from Crime Heights, man. Retired veteran, for real. But then sometimes you got to know how to turn that off. Shout out to China Brim. You heard what he told y'all? You think he can go up in that motherfucking office talking about, yo, what's popping, blood? XYZ. Bleh. Peace almighty. They calling the goddamn police. They're going to call the goddamn police. But when he go up in there on some, yo, how y'all doing this morning? Yo, I'm getting my good coffee on. Punctual, respectful, good smile, showing people that he is not a savage. See, that's what I hate about some of you niggas on YouTube. Y'all just want that fucking China Brim bullshit, but y'all don't want to appreciate Nathaniel. I watched him grow up. Rest in peace to my man, China Rob. Rest in peace to my man, China Rob. If y'all don't know who China Rob is, rest in peace to China Rob. Ask China who China Rob is. Ask China who China Rob is. You dig what I'm saying? We ain't no regular people. That's why when y'all be talking that bullshit on YouTube about what y'all gonna do to China, I be laughing. If y'all run up on that crazy nigga, he gonna grab you by your ears and bite your nose off and slam you on your face. I'm telling you what I know. Everybody ain't a YouTuber. You dig what I'm saying? But back to what I was saying about this young lady right here. Her poise, her articulation, and her conversation, her representation is so respectful, it cannot be ignored. Like, it's a difference when she goes to court and she advocates, you know what I'm saying, her disappointment with how her father has been railroaded. And wait till you hear her grandfather talk. You see how this woman articulates herself? It's totally different in size going up in the court. Yo, son, what up, son? Why y'all niggas playing with my motherfucking pop's money? Yo, word to mother suck my dick. Yo, word to motherfuck you pussy, yo. So shout out to the women like this, Mrs. Miyagi too. Yo, Darielle, make sure you get over to Mrs. Miyagi. Make sure you get over. I just dropped the link again. It's right there. Make sure y'all get over there and subscribe. This, all you sucker, yo, this is not, that ain't no channel to be playing with. That's for grown-ups. I am honored to say, and Darielle, you know how it is. Come on, everybody in here. Dog Soldier, you know, I am so honored to say, yo, go to a woman's channel and get some fucking help. Because she taught me some shit tonight. I was just sitting there listening going, my live was for 7 o'clock. I went to her live and said, fuck that shit. That's why I kept pushing that shit back. She taught me some shit tonight because I'm a stubborn piece of shit. I can't help it. I'm from Utica Avenue. I can't help it. I can't help it. But, you know, pray for me. Like Abraham Lincoln said, don't look at me like I was when I was 17, 18, 19, 20. Respect me for the man that I'm becoming to be. Inshallah. Let's get into this work, y'all.
He was livid. He would come in raging about how they stole his money. And he rampaged about, he went on a rampage for years. He'll talk to anybody.
Still, man, money.
So he was angry.
I see you in the building.
Yeah.
For a long time, my father, he was bitter. Yeah. And it was no conversation, but I'm sorry and let me make right. Yeah. For a long time, I mean, he ended up being homeless. He ended up getting on drugs. I think the drug use came from the bitter battle that we as Black people know. You get tired of fighting racism, the people that being stole from. So he was angry and bitter for a long time. And I think he was looking for it. He tried to make it right. He even talks today, go get a lawyer, and that they still owe him money from that suit. He really believes that. He believes that they owe him money.
Cooley had right now on TV, all of them.
Now in 2024, Netflix is looking to release an animated reboot of Good Times without the involvement of the co-creators. According to the Monte and Evans family, Lear only has the licensing rights that only covers the old Good Times catalog, but doesn't allow him to create anything new from it.
We got the Russian princess in the building, y'all. She know what to do. She here. We got RP in the building. Another group of women, y'all. I've always said it, yo. I'm telling you, she was in there with Miss Miyagi earlier. Now, if Russian princess types in the chat, you saying something to make some sense. Because she'll watch. She's not with that bullshit. And shout out to Bori. Shout out to everybody over there. Like I said, shout out to everybody over there. I'm telling y'all. That's networks that should be promoted on YouTube. Grown folk conversation. Everybody want to bug out. But grown folks conversation. We all need some grown folk conversation, man. You dig what I'm saying, y'all? Like, for real, y'all. Shout out to the Russian princess and shout out to Bori and shout out to Angie, baby. She not in the building, but she be pulling up. Shout out to Always a Queen. Shout out to Clarice Bradley. Shout out to Lady Keisha. Shout out to Meek. Shout out to Miss Annette from 115th Street. Shout out to the real women, you dig? Oh, and don't think to the people in here, don't think Miss Miyagi ain't crazy. Oh, she crazy. She crazy. Oh, she crazy. She crazy. But she ain't the one to play with. She got to be crazy if she fuck with China. China crazy. But he got a heart of gold. And the sad part is, everybody that come around him, listen to what I'm saying, Miss Miyagi. I know you know this, but everybody, China told me this and he didn't listen. He said, yo, Dice, everybody can't go with you. In China, everybody can't go with you, bro. I laugh so much at the stuff that's going on YouTube now. I told China shit last year. Miss Miyagi, do me a favor. Punch China right now. Yo, Lee, I see you in the building. DCEP for life. Yo, Miss Miyagi, do me a favor. Give him a right quick because I told China some shit. Fuck that. I'm going to get on the big screen for this. I told China some shit last year. You know what he said? Y'all remember China had me so mad. China pulled up one day and I blocked that nigga out the chat. That nigga China went and did a live and cursed my ass out. He said, you know what this nigga did? This nigga blocked me out the chat. That's why I said, I know that's my man. Because China don't even be acknowledging shit. That nigga said, that nigga blocked me out the fucking chat. I told China something a while back. I ain't even gonna get into it. I told China 2 different things a while back. He was like, mind your business, homie. You don't know what you're talking about. I said, yeah, all right. I said, yeah, all right. Watch. And everything I'm seeing now on YouTube. Yo, China, you in a different space, my nigga. Allah is blessing you. You are in a different space. The trials and the tribulations, all the shit that you thought you didn't deserve. See, like I'm telling you something. Look, God, Allah is going to get, like, let me explain something to y'all. As gangsters, we got our own way of praying. Drop God, I see you. As gangsters, and I appreciate that the Cash App the other day, Drop God. As gangsters, ladies, we fucked up. We don't mean it. We do some of the dumbest shit in the world, but we pray differently. Pray differently. China been praying so long within, he didn't even know it. China been praying to get out of that shell of the caterpillar. Now he's a butterfly. I've been telling China Brim from day one, nigga, you don't need nobody, nigga. You from Brooklyn, nigga. Shout out to Miss Diane, man. Shout out the bar, even though they go through their shit. Rest in peace to Sleep. It's different with me. That nigga from Brooklyn. And I've seen it. People around him just jumping around like this, trying to ride the wave, not contributing to nothing. Not contributing to nothing. God is separating you away from your enemies. God is separating you away from your enemies. I remember one time a few of my mans got killed back to back, and I used to go to my grandmother, and I used to be like, yo, grandma, like why such and such died, and why this one died? And my grandmother said, baby, because I'm praying to God to keep your enemies away from you. I never forget arguing with my grandmother. What you mean? You praying to God? That's my man. And if she didn't teach me nothing, she said, baby, just because you somebody's friend don't mean they're yours. Just let me tell you something, everybody in here, just because you are someone's genuine friend do not mean they're yours. It's a bunch of motherfuckers that's around for protection. It's a bunch of motherfuckers that's around for validation. It's a bunch of motherfuckers around for notoriety. But they ain't around for the long run, for when you an aggravated piece of shit. When you talking crazy and you don't know how to understand yourself sometimes and you just lash out at the world. Them the motherfuckers you're supposed to keep around you. These niggas on YouTube talking this goofy ass shit and all this willy ass. Yo, I be laughing, niggas. If they really been through half the shit we've been through, they would be so grateful that they're alive, that they're free, they're not incarcerated, they can still enjoy their families. Do you know how much of y'all I'm so envious of because y'all still can physically hold y'all mothers? Now, if you want to hear what I be upset about, I'm envious of that. Not jealous, envious. Just because I miss my baby. You understand what I'm saying to you? Let's get into this work, because this is deep. Friday night grown folks conversation, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Hit that like button.
Including animation without the consent of both families, since they owned the intellectual property. Upon release, the trailer received mixed reviews for seemingly stereotypical content. Fans feel like this new version lacks the heart of the original with a lack of satire. Carl Jones, known for his work producing The Boondocks, was originally attached to the series, but walked away due to creative differences. While sitting down with me, Eric Monte and his family would watch the trailer for the new Good Times. Monte would directly want to know if he was getting paid for the new series based on the characters he created.
Will he be getting paid for that cartoon?
Don't come back, yes.
Pretty much.
He needs
that's
to.
What I hear.
Listen to the granddaughter. The granddaughter got some sassiness to her, and she got some articulation. You go, girl. Big dice stamp that.
If they're gonna put, and this is a problem I have with it.
So
if you're going to use my grandfather's name of because what I feel is though they're using his audience, right? So they're saying anybody that loves Eric Monte, watch this show because his show is about to be rebooted. But to me, it's more Bebe's kids than Good Times. So what I feel is though, if they're going to release it, which I don't respect because he didn't have any creative control over that. He wasn't able to put his 2 cents on that to say, this is what I want for the imagery of Black people. And
pay attention in the background of what that man is saying, but the lawyers made it seem that he was deemed incompetent to speak up for himself in court. You know, that's what them lawyers do. Check his granddaughter, how she's advocating for him, and everything he's saying, he obviously has to be comprehending if he's saying thank you. Like he's saying, like, you know, when somebody speaks up for you, you know how somebody corrects a group of people or a singular person because they tried to make a mockery of you. You see how the man is like, thank you, baby. Like, thank you. He probably can't articulate himself like I can, or he might can't speak as fluently and fast as I can, like me or you, but because of his strokes, he's had numerous amount of strokes. But that don't mean his brain don't work.
I directly want to know if he was getting paid for the new series based on the characters he created.
will he be getting paid for that cartoon?
Don't come back, yes.
Pretty much.
He needs to.
What I hear.
If they're gonna put, and this is the problem I have with it. If you're going to use my grandfather's name of because what I feel is though they're using his audience, right? So they're saying anybody that loves Eric Monte, watch this show because his show is about to be rebooted. But to me, it's more Bebe's kids than Good Times. So what I feel is though, if they're going to release it, which I don't respect because he didn't have any creative control over that. He wasn't able to put his 2 cents on that to say, this is what I want for the imagery of Black people. And I think, in my opinion, he wouldn't have accepted that. If he was where he, back in the day, he would not have accepted that. Growing up with my father, he was very big on no buffoonery, no stereotypical. He wanted, like he fought those 2 years to have a strong Black father on that show. It was a wholesome family show. And he fought against negativity and negative imagery, Black imagery. Good Times and Cooley High was to show that even though, yes, some of us live in poverty and came from the projects, we still were good people. We still had, and it's just certain stereotypical imagery that my father fought against.
Yvette Nicole Brown, who voices the mother in the new Good Times reboot, would defend the series amidst the backlash of the trailer. In response to a fan that was surprised Brown was attached to the project, she said, "This show is edgier and more irreverent than the Good Times of our childhood, but it's still a show about family, fighting the system, and working to make things better despite where you start out in the world. that 100% lines up with my values.
This is my problem. Eric Monte was not mentioned. And it's not It's not just Norman Lear's. He just owns licensing. My grandfather actually owns it. So the problem is he don't want any creative control. And now we're still allowing white people to mold our story. It should have been presented to the Monte and Evans family about any creative control about what do we want to talk about in this new animated series. And to my opinion, it's not. I actually lived in the hood. My grandfather actually lived in the hood. My mama actually lived in the hood. So for us, we lived in the Rusties. You get what I'm saying? I'm really from Chicago. That is something of our culture, but it's always a taste of how you do it.
In regards to the brand of Good Times, Monte would explain how he didn't rely on negative Black stereotypes like violence in order to get laughs. To him, Good Times and Coolie High were funny shows showing Black people in a positive light. Finally, in our interview, it would come down to the man who would steal Monte's life story and works that would become Good Times. Monte had this to share with his reaction.
So when Norman Lear died, my father, we called him, and we sent him the picture. He said, oh, he died. And he said, I like him. He said he gave me a chance. He the first man. He said, but he stole from me and he got money. He rich. I got no money. So that was his take. It was a bittersweet love-hate type of thing.
He's my friend. He was my friend. So my money did different. Thank you. Well, so my money, that's wrong.
So he was the first man to give him opportunity, but then also the first man to steal opportunity from him.
Thank you.
Now, in regards to where the family is today, they hope to continue to move forward and tell stories that line up to their family values.
We want the legacy to continue to be push positive imagery. My father was big on it then. We're big on it now. We feel like unity, freedom of creativity, unity amongst our people. We feel like positive imagery. We're not with this tearing each other. We see so much of that, tearing each other down, putting us down, killing each other, hating on each other, cheating with each other. You don't see strong Black families like portrayed. This one is sleeping with this one, and this one girlfriend is cheating on that one. And we're sick of the negative narrative, and we want to change that.
When it comes down to what the family feels is owed, his daughter Cynthia would sum it up.
I think real restitution is what was needed, and honesty about what was taken. And that is the conversation that never happened.
Regardless of the obstacles, Eric Monte continues to push ahead as he and his family have launched Eric Monte Productions and teased a variety of projects along the way. Now, if you'd like to show your support for Eric Monte, the family has confirmed you can reach out to info@ericmonteofficial.com with donations or anything that can help preserve this family's legacy.
Now that's gangster. If y'all rewind this back, because he make me want to take a Cash App for him and send it. But you ain't got to do that. You can go right back to what his family said and go up there to Eric Monte and send him $1 or $2. Look at that man heart. He said, yo, check this out. He said, let me get this straight first. He said, yeah, that is my man. But the nigga stole my money. That's in every motherfucking hood growing up. I know a bunch of niggas don't speak to each other. Nigga might have took some fucking money. He said he took my money. He said, but before anything, that's a friend. You see what Dog Soldier said? He said he sounds very competent right now. He is very competent. It's just that because they said he had multiple strokes now is the reason why, quote unquote, I guess he can't respond as fast as everyone else. I got a little quick thing for you to take a little before I get into this next one. I got some work for y'all, man. Shout out to the women in the building. Shout out to the adults. Let's go.
I play my cards. You break the rules, I break your heart. Fuck around, I'll leave you stuck, leave you scarred. Is that what you want, babe? I give my love, I give my all. Cater to you, take what you want. Steady chasing lanes, I'm a boss. This ain't what you want, babe. Please don't let it go too far. Cause I don't wanna give up. No, I'm so tired of being faithful to you. I'ma do your own, baby. I'm so tired of being faithful to you. I'ma do your own, baby. I'ma do your own, babe. I play the game, I play my cards. Breaking rules, you breaking hearts. Second guessing what you want done. Steady playing me, so I'm just gonna keep on moving my body all over somebody else. Feel it till you're weak, darling. Show you what I mean, darling. Please don't let it go too far. Please don't make it so hard. Please don't let it go too far. I'm tired of being faithful. Said I'ma do your own, baby. Tired of being faithful. Said I'ma do your own, baby. Oh, yeah.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? It's knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?
Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Now this is the part where y'all done smoked your little chronic and might have your little wine or your little alcohol. Now I want to know what's going on because they done did it to us again. Mr. Emmanuel. Excuse me. No, Emmanuel. That's right, Emmanuel. Shout out to my man in the building. Yo, they did it to us again, y'all. I did a show. FTC Vice, you still in here? I did a show. Yo, dog, I don't know if you remember the show. Yo, Shots, I don't know if you remember the show. And shout out to my man, Hank McCoy. Make sure y'all go over to Hank McCoy, too. Somebody put Hank McCoy in the chat for me, please, y'all. Make sure y'all get over there and subscribe to him. Make sure y'all get over to Harlem Legend, too. Too Real for Battle Rap. And make sure y'all get over to Jai's TV. And make sure y'all get over to Ziki Black. I'm going to drop all the links, but, you know, make sure y'all get over there and get it right. And the ladies of iTalk. Y'all already know how we feel about them. I did a show a few months back. Bunch of months back. Because I asked everybody, and I want to see if y'all can tell me right now, what is the importance of this person right here? I want to know something, y'all, before I get into the work. Because, you know, I work over here. We work over here. This is grown folks conversation. The link is dropped if y'all want to get and talk, because this right here, your Red, this is the one that's about, let me ask y'all something. What is the importance about this person right here? Anybody except a dead body, please tell me the importance of this person right here. I'm not knocking her or nothing like that, but please tell me the importance of this person right here. What is so important about this person Mrs. Britney Griner. Facts of life. What is so important about this person that she was exchanged and let out of jail for a weapons dealer, a weapons and an arms dealer that has been a threat? That's been a threat to the United States. God damn it, has been a threat to anybody, quote unquote. Anytime anybody, quote unquote, if they got in touch with this Russian's arm dealer, he was a threat to anybody. But you know what? That was a distraction. That was beyond a distraction. That was what you call an eyes wide shut. Gold Brown said, big time distraction, eyes wide shut. My man Dog Shoulder said, she is the reason the world has so many weapons. Mount Vernon said she locked up in Russia. She ain't locked up in Russia no more, beloved. Emmanuel said, yo, check this out. I bet that arms dealer is caking it right now. That arms dealer never stopped caking it. When he was in jail, he was caking it. But I want to know, can anybody right here tell me what was the importance that they just didn't let her do her 9 years over there? Because, matter of fact, I'm going to show y'all right quick. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Because this right here is crazy. Let's get into this work.
Pause for the facts.
Let them get past their commercial because we got some shit to talk about, y'all. Because this right here, this is crazy. I want to see if y'all figured this one out. I want to see if y'all figured this one out because this is deep right here, y'all. Let's go.
Star Britney Griner convicted today on drug charges in Russia. A judge sentencing her to 9 years in a penal colony. Griner, detained in Russia for more than 5 months, found guilty of intentionally smuggling vape cartridges of hashish oil into the country. She addressed the judge before the verdict was announced, holding a photo of her team in Russia, telling the judge she, quote, made an honest mistake. President Biden calling her sentence unacceptable, and the administration is again urging Russia to accept its prisoner proposal. Here's ABC's senior White House correspondent, Mary Bruce.
This is the moment Britney Griner learned her fate, standing in a cage in a Russian courtroom.
I want everybody in here, I want y'all to pay attention to one thing. This is just my opinion. That's a transgender man. Just like they have transgender men now fighting in mixed martial arts, Britney Griner is the first Jawana Man that was right in front of our eyes. Right in front of our eyes. My disclaimer only, my opinion. This is the first Jawana Man right in front of our eyes. That's a man. I don't care what nobody say. That's a dude. Do you see his hands? Mount Vernon started laughing. No, this is facts. Those are not a female's hands. Shout out to Miss Mimi. She told me something. Shout out to Miss Mimi. She told me something. She said, usually when you look at a man's hands, his first index finger and his third finger are not the same size. Look at the fingers, y'all. Look at the fingers. Manuel said 100%. Mount Vernon said Adam's apple. Gold Brown said used as a pawn for a bigger picture. Open your eyes. My man Big Thomas said, yo, Dice, let me ask you something. Is that a man or a woman? I'm betting that's a man. I'm betting this is a man. But let's get into this right quick. Pay attention to this great work right here because we're working tonight. Let's go.
Hearing she's been
But I want you to pay attention. Listen to her voice.
Sentenced to 9 years in a Russian prison camp. Earlier, Griner emotional, saying she takes responsibility for illegally bringing vape cartridges containing cannabis oil into the country back in February, but stressing it was an accident.
I made an honest mistake, and I hope that in your ruling that it doesn't.
Now, hold up now. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. I'm going to stop this. I want to know who said that sound like a woman. Y'all want me to rewind it? That sound like Barry White. That sound like Lou Rawls, man. That sound like Lou. You'll never find a lover like mine. Man said, first of all, I'd just like to say that I'm sorry. That sound like my cousin Derek. That work in the pig plant. That's a dude. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. Check this out, y'all. Let's go.
In my life here. In your ruling that it does.
In February, but stressing it was an accident.
I made an honest mistake, and I hope that in your ruling that it doesn't end my life here.
Griner choking up as she then apologized to her family and teammates in Russia and back in the U.S.
I want to also apologize to my parents, my siblings, my Phoenix Mercury organization back at home, the amazing women of the WNBA, and my amazing spouse.
During the trial.
First of all, if that was a woman, why does she say the amazing woman, amazing women? Why she ain't say my teammates? Why she ain't say my teammates? Let's listen to her again.
Hope that in your ruling that it doesn't end my life here.
Griner choking up as she then apologized to her family and teammates in Russia and back in the U.S.
I want to also apologize to my parents, my siblings, my Phoenix Mercury organization back at home, the amazing women of the WNBA, and my amazing spouse.
During the trial, her lawyers argued there was no criminal intent, but the judge rejected that, finding Griner guilty of drug smuggling. Moments after her sentencing back in Washington, President Biden called for the WNBA star's release, saying in a statement that her sentence is one more reminder of what the world already knew. Russia is wrongfully detaining Britney. But the White House tonight won't say publicly if they think Russia is trying to send a message by giving Griner such a severe sentence. If they think Russia is trying to send a message.
All jokes aside, this picture right here, she looked like gunplay. That looked like gunplay from Rick Ross' team. Am I bugging out right now? That looked like gunplay. That don't look like gunplay, the rapper? Is it just me? You see what my man said? Broad ass shoulders. That shit like a dude. That's like a nigga named Derek Coleman. Derek Coleman. I swear to God, that look like Derek Coleman, y'all. Derek Coleman when he was playing with Syracuse. Well, let's just get into it. Fuck it.
By giving Griner such a severe sentence.
Do you think she's being used as a political pawn here?
I cannot ascribe Russian motives or intent here. All I can do is tell you where President Biden is and the national security team. Wrongfully detained, need to come home. There's a deal on the table. Let's make the deal. Let's get him home.
The Biden administration is urging Russia to accept its proposal.
Did he say, let's get him home? Why he didn't say her home? Pay attention.
Where President Biden is and the national security team. Wrongfully detained, need to come home. There's a deal on the table. Let's make the deal. Let's get him home.
The Biden administration is urging.
Did y'all hear that one more time? Because I don't want nobody to say I'm capping. They said, let's put the deal on the table and let's get him home.
tell you where President Biden is and the national security team. Wrongfully detained, need to come home. There's a deal on the table. Let's make the deal. Let's get them home.
The Biden administration is urging Russia to accept its proposal to bring Griner and former Marine Paul Whelan home. Sources tell ABC News the offer is to swap the two Americans for notorious Russian arms dealer Victor Bout. Meanwhile, Griner remains in a pretrial detention center.
Now let's get to this fact. Let's get to this right there. Let's get to this right there. Number one, her and some nerd, they gonna swap them two for a Russian's arm dealer. You're going to swap a WNBA player for a Russian's arm dealer. He said, get him home. Him. Gold Brown said he was talking about the Marine then. All right, then. Since that right there, since y'all wanted to argue with that one, I'm going to give y'all that one. Uh-oh. You know I got some more shit, right? You know I got some more shit, right? You see what my man Otto said? He said, ain't Britney a transgender? See, they threw something that made some sense. Gold Brown said the him was the Marine. KD said, or did he say them? He said, get him home. But yes, he a boy. Now, you know what? You're right. They could have been saying, get him home. That's what we might have heard. We might have heard get them home. Like get M, like EM apostrophe, get both of them home. Instead of saying them, get them home. Shout out to Red for that. Shout out to Red for that. But no. I got methods to my madness. Check this out. Did y'all hear this one? I want to see if y'all heard this one. Let's see if y'all heard this one. Let me see if y'all heard this one. See, y'all want to talk, but I want to see if y'all heard this one. This is the one I want to talk to y'all about. I want to see if y'all heard this one.
Griner and Sherelle Griner are expecting their first child together. The couple, who tied the knot in June of 2019, announces the big news on April 13th on social media that they are expecting their baby in July.
Pay attention.
The joint Instagram post shows the WNBA star and her wife holding hands next to an ultrasound of their child. They write in the caption, quote, "Can't believe we're less than 3 months away from meeting our favorite human being," while including the hashtags Baby Griner coming soon and July 2024. The duo first met more than a decade ago while attending Baylor University from 2009 to 2013, though they did not start dating until years later. The two tied the knot in June of 2019, nearly 1 year after Britney popped the question to Sherelle. Britney was drafted to the WNBA in 2013 and has played for the Phoenix Mercury since. In February of 2022, Britney was detained in Russia, where she was supposed to play in an off-season basketball game, after custom agents at a Moscow airport said they found vape cartridges containing cannabis oil in her luggage.
Pay attention, y'all.
After months in Russian custody and a weeks-long trial, the WNBA star was sentenced to 9 years at a Russian penal colony, which she began serving in November 2022. Britney was freed on December 8, 2022, after President Joe Biden negotiated her release in exchange for a Russian arms dealer. In February of 2024, Britney announced that she will release a memoir about her experiences in Russia, titled Coming Home, on May 7th. In her caption of the announcement, she writes, quote, "Coming Home is a story of hope and survival, of before and after. But ultimately, the book is also a story of how my family, my faith, and the support of millions who rallied for my rescue helped me endure a nightmare."
Y'all still don't believe that that might be a man. Still don't believe that, huh? What if I told you I got another video that could put a nail in the coffin? That could put a nail in the coffin. They forgot I'm from Utica Avenue, Lee. They forgot I'm from Utica Avenue. What if I told y'all I had another video that could put a nail in the coffin that could have someone thinking, well, maybe Britney is the man. Let me show you a little video that Dwayne Wade made. Dwayne Wade, check this out. Let's talk about Dwayne Wade for a minute. Dwayne Wade is supporting his son with his transgender transition or whatever you want to call it. Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union is telling his son that was born a son, which is totally against the mother's wishes. He's encouraging his son to live his life as a female. Facts, Mount Vernon, excuse me, his daughter. Let's work for a minute now. When we just talked about Megan Thee Stallion, being born as a man, allegedly, being groomed as a woman, allegedly. Let's talk. When we talk about Serena and Venus Williams, allegedly born as a set of male twins, but because of their feminine traits, let's talk now. Jeezy, I see you. Now they're allegedly women. Who's to say Serena and Venus wasn't the first transgender tennis players? Transgender, first of all, just allowed men, transgender women, to quote unquote fight in the mixed martial arts. That's legal now. That's one sport that is definitely legal in. You already seen down here in the South on the baseball and the softball teams and the basketball teams. Now they are co-ed basketball teams. Now they're co-ed softball and baseball teams. Now they're co-ed football teams. Mount Vernon is about to get timed out for 10 seconds. I was looking for somebody. I thought it would have been Super, but it's going to be Mount Vernon. He just had the nerve to say they showed Serena pregnant. You ain't never seen a movie with somebody pregnant before, Mount Vernon? You have never seen a movie with somebody pregnant, expecting? Miss Miyagi, let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen any movie where they have put a bunch of costumes together on someone's stomach, on a woman's stomach, that she appears to be pregnant? Anybody in here ever saw that? They said that about Sierra. Remember back in the days, all of y'all that's over 40? Remember they were saying that Sierra was born a man. This how we roll. They showed her appeared to be pregnant. So you see me to tell me just because you got a shirt or a blouse on with a bump, you're pregnant. They selling these shits now in the store. These is facts. But Dwayne Wade is encouraging his daughter now, which was born, pay attention, y'all, how they've been doing this. They already been letting this happen, which was born a boy. You see what Ms. Miyagi said? Remember, they were saying Sierra was a man. That was another one that could not keep a boyfriend. All the dudes that was messing with her in and out, they wouldn't stay. But you notice that pretty nigga, Kurt, he stayed. Sexual Delicious, he stayed with her. He looks like a woman. He looks like a woman. Her facial expression is tougher than that nigga with the Arthur Fonzarelli hairdo. She all of a sudden married to having these babies. They can take DNA from quote unquote him and then put that into a surrogate mother. All they got to do is get somebody with something of her descent. But we're going to leave that alone. That's allegedly. Let's get back to Dwayne Wade before I get you good people out of here. Because, you know, I keep a method to my madness. Pay attention to this. Dwayne Wade's daughter now was originally born a son. Dwayne Wade just did a live where they was at a big type of show, and Dwayne Wade called his son / daughter now on FaceTime. I'm about to show you the video. And he calls for Mrs. Britney Griner to come over and talk to his son on the phone. You see, Miss Anna Faye said baby bumps is real. But why would Dwayne Wade call Miss Britney Griner and a bigger friend and tell her his son, I wanted to show you what you're going to look like. Look at him. If y'all think I'm joking, pay attention.
I'm showing my daughter
Pay attention, y'all.
what the makeout looks like for one day she can be here. All right, that's it, baby. That's the man. I'm showing my daughter.
Now listen to what he says, y'all. Listen to what he said. I don't want nobody to say they didn't hear this because y'all didn't hear the him when the president's assistant was saying it. Y'all switched that to M. So I want y'all to hear Dwayne Wade calling his son, which is now a transgender little girl, I'm just telling my daughter I want her to look like, just like him. He's trying to show his daughter her in the future. Like in the future, his son is going to turn into a woman right before your eyes. So when they're older, say 10, 20 years from now, Miss Annette, I see you in the building. People are going to forget that Dwayne Wade's son was born a son because now it's legally going to the fact of being a transgender. Pay attention to what he said.
All right, that's it, baby. That's the man.
He said, I'm showing my daughter what to look like for one day she can be here. So if he was born a man playing the role as a woman, his daughter was born a man trying to play the role of a woman. So that means she's showing his son, daughter, another transgender woman. That's what he's saying. He's telling his son, yo, check this out. You're transgender. You were a boy. She's transgender. She was a boy. Look at the success that she's having. She's in the WNBA now. And now, this is just my opinion. No such thing as a bad opinion. He's telling his son / daughter, yo, the whole world is accepting her for a woman, but she was initially born a boy. And that's a fact, Mount Vernon. He said, pay attention. Y'all ain't want to give me my props. Listen.
Man. I'm I'm showing my daughter what the man gotta look like for one day she can be here. All right, that's it, baby. That's the man.
You heard it right, Mount Vernon. I'm showing my daughter one day what she will look like. She will be here. He looks at the phone and go, yeah, baby, that's the man. He told everybody in that sadistic ritual that's encouraging that little boy to do that. What if that little boy changes his mind? Everybody that's in that sadistic ritual, I'm showing my daughter what she's going to look like in the future. Yeah, baby, that's the man. Oh, so y'all ain't hear that, huh? I'm going to play it again for you until y'all agree. That's the man. Just like the president's friend knew that's a man. That wasn't no M. He said, get him home. Pay attention. If they was man, I got to give y'all this work. I hate when I got to do this to y'all, but I'm Sharon McLeod's son. If they was talking about the Marine, Gold Brown, and if they was saying M, Red Pill, first of all, the Marine been a motherfucking locked up. There wasn't nothing to negotiate until they got her because of the little vape pen she had. That was quote unquote the problem. It getting out to the world, pay attention, that was a man, a transgender man. That getting out to the world immediately. Damn, they gonna find out, we gotta get them home. We gotta get them home. Pay attention again, y'all, before I stop ending it.
Showing my daughter what the man gotta look like for one day she can be here. All right, that's it, baby. That's the
showing my daughter what the makeup looks like because one day she can be there. That's the man.
The man. I'm showing my daughter what the man gotta look like for one day she can be here. All right, that's it, baby. That's the man. I'm showing my daughter what the man gotta look like for one day she can be here. All right, that's it, baby. That's the man.
Facts, Red. I was just fucking with you. I just get super hyped because you know what? I be loving when I put this work together. I just love when I put this work together. Grown folks conversation, man. Something other than something disrespectful. You know? They did so many things. Look at Mr. Eric Monte. All that money that he's supposed to have. They done did another spinoff of Good Times. They told him he can't get a dime. He own it, but he doesn't own any of the motherfucking copyrights. He doesn't own any of the residual rights. That's some shit. Because when they gave him that $1 million, he didn't even probably understand correctly what he was signing. The importance of education. There's nothing wrong with going back to school. See, when we was younger, certain times we didn't have the sit still to sit there and learn. Now your ass can sit still and learn, even if it's online, even if it's a couple of hours of a week. Make yourself better today than you was tomorrow, and that might be a better way for you to live. You see what Red said? He said, I'm showing my daughter what Met gonna look one day for she can be here. That's a fact. He said, yeah, baby, that's the man. Yeah, baby, that's the man. Grown folks conversation, y'all. Grown folks conversation. Britney Griner, the first Jawana Man, right in front of our face. Don't you notice that a lot of these movies, they show us the future in the movies because it's already pre-plotted and it's planned to see if it will be believed? Pay attention to the movie Jawana Man. He had the whole chick squad thinking that was a girl, the whole WNBA thinking he was a girl. And it was a #1 blockbuster. Pay attention. And this is a knowingly gay man. He was also the gay man in the movie Life. The man that played Jawana Man is a knowingly gay man in real life. but they give him these roles as men because they're actors. Put to confuse you. Put to confuse you, man. Put to confuse you. But shout out to Mr. Elton, man. This is a gangster right here, man. This is when I say this, I say that's a gangster. Shout out to him, man. Mr. Eric Monte, forgive me. Shout out to him for giving us good times. Shout out to him for giving us What's Happening. Shout out to him for giving us Coolie High. Shout out to him for giving us The Jeffersons. Everybody in here know everything about them TV shows growing up. Everything is classics, from sitcoms to the movie. Coolie High, classic. That spun off the What's Happening, classic. Raj, Rerun, and Dwayne, Hey, 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 and D. All in the Family, but because of that man, Mr. Norman, they told him to write what? Some color into it. George Jefferson, the first man that bought the house in Canarsie. They showed you interracial mixing right then. Miss Edith Bunker and Louise, they became the best of friends. I remember when George Cleaner started popping, where he got two cleaners when he put one in Manhattan. The last scene, the interaction between Edith Bunker and Louise Jefferson will make anybody tear up. If you don't tear up with that scene, you're just too damn tough. Because goddamn it, I cry when I watch The Color Purple. I cry when I watch Soul Food. I don't give a fuck. Motherfuckers is too goddamn tough. A good movie that'll hit you emotionally like that, that's what I do. Fuck that. I ain't that tough. But look at all them great shows we had to grow up on. And the man is still here and he got his family supporting him. And I ain't knocking nobody from the LGBTQ plus. Tell you the truth, I respect that. I think it takes much more to be who you are as a person with all the characteristics. Mook, faggot, all these type of crazy words they got. She's gay, lesbian, bulldog, and all that. Tell you the truth, and to somebody to go through all of that continuous, blatant disrespect and still stand true for who they are, I commend them. I admire them. The ones that live in the cut, the ones that are hypocrites, the ones that are bigots, the ones that are quick to point the blame, the people that may be gay, lesbian, or LGBT, the ones that be like, oh, XYZ always have some type of insult and shit to say to them. Them the ones I think should be tied to the back of a truck. Because they be doing things like they say on the down low when we was coming up. Remember that, the down low? The down low didn't have nothing to do with Ron Isley and R. Kelly. The down low back in the days when we was coming up meant you was two men. Fleece Johnson type activity in a Zimmy. But whoever you are as a person, shit, I know some heterosexuals that's insane. Cold-blooded serial killers, undiagnosed serial killers with undiagnosed mental illnesses walking around in the street. Schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, anger disorders. Nah. But remember where y'all got this work at. Remember where the grown folks hang out. Y'all know I'll be going live tomorrow. I appreciate everybody for pulling up. Do me a favor. Hit that like button on the way out if you ain't hit it on the way in. You dig what I'm saying? I'm about to leave it out here with some good money. You dig? Y'all see the Cash App, and I do the PayPal now too. Shout out to Sheep Stay Sleep, DS1. If you want to rock with the show, you can. If you just being here to say you fuck with me, you did. So shout out to Jaffe. We gonna end it on something, and we getting up out of here. I appreciate everybody for pulling up, y'all. Peace.
I really don't.
See? That's why I gotta stop messing with that daggone. I gotta stop messing with that shit. That lemon and cherry. That lemon and cherry gets you in trouble every time. That's a fact. That lemon and cherry will get you in trouble every time. I got to stop fucking with it. Forgive me. I be going too fast sometimes. Let's slow down right quick and do that one more time. Shout out to everybody in here, man. And y'all have a safe night and enjoy each other, man. Big Dice stamped that. So.
I really don't believe these niggas can fuck with me. My time. Now. Niggas gotta be drunk. They see anything different. Top. Show myself when I get home, then I'ma take the streets. Right. Looking in the mirror, this a better me. Like self-care, I'm making time for me. I know these niggas mad cause they can't fuck with me. Right. Prove me you love you, now you stuck with me. Real. Don't goof around cause there's no luck with me. Show me you love you, now you stuck with me. Real. You know I'm real, can put your trust in me. Try to make them get my vision, I'ma paint it. Move dangerous. Cocaine V is white painted. Move cautious. The niggas call it scared, I call it smart. They too tough. They thought it couldn't happen, now you shot. I talk truth. I jumped off the step. I'm a different stoop. Star Wars gun in the mask. Boy, a different troop. Yeah, picture niggas playing around with Rosa's son. Have my youngin' light them up, I get you rolled in one. They ain't talking about money, these niggas talking light. Sitting on a brick and a half, I make a move tonight. Yeah, bucket low like I'm a fisherman. No money, I just give her the rod. I'm trying to wheel her in. Yeah, she turn to Mimi when she up there. Love her when I touch there. She can't get enough, oh yeah. I'm the nigga you call when your man bugging. That's right, gon' cry on my shoulders. I know we fucking sound foul, but she been wanting to get a pussy up. And yeah, it's a good enough reason to get a pussy up. Show myself when I get home, then I'ma take the streets. Looking in the mirror, this a better me. Like self-care, I'm making time for me. I know these niggas mad cause they can't fuck with me. Right, prove me you love you, now you stuck with me. Don't goof around cause there's no luck with me. Show me you love you, now you stuck with me. You know
another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? It's knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?